Romance fills our hearts with joy. That is why when we see two people loving each other, but not being romantically together, we wish to yell, "Just kiss already!" And romance authors know that we desire to see the resolution, that they have the audience grabbed by the balls. That is why romance authors develop relationships slower than snails and make the audience beg for scraps. For example, Rent a Girlfriend, which ultimately does not let go of its status quo for more than 200 chapters. But there are also the light side romance authors who respect the audience and even give more than ask. For instance, Horimiya, Tsuredure children, and gamers. In all of these, we see constantly shifting status quo and meaningful payoffs because the authors are not scared to go beyond just starting relationships. Because in the grand scheme of things, it is just crossing a starting line. There are so many unexplored payoffs, maybe even more intense than starting dating, such as discovering a partner's kink,
one small slap,
and having some
hot roleplay.
If this type of romance floats your boat and you wish to go
to infinity and beyond,
then let's dive deeper into one of my favorite romance anime. The world is still beautiful, so be ready for a few small spoilers. Like all balanced, multi-layered meals, the anime has fan service.
FBI, open up!
But it is kept classy and in moderation, so nothing too spicy.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
FBI!
That is why, if you're in the mood for good writing, but are looking for more hardcore stuff to tickle your pickle, then you better check out the description for some cultured content. Still, this anime took a lesson from Sonic. The main couple meets at the end of episode 1. They kiss and even spend the night in the same bed in episode 3.
Meet. Yeah, boy.
All of that, while also making so much sense why it is happening so fast. For example, the male main character conquered the world, so conquering a girl is no biggie. So as a man on a mission, no wonder that he could from the get-go shamelessly admit loving some sadomaso roleplay, of course being the top,
Hot roleplay.
and ask certain favors from his playmate, such as to like and sub. I know that you wish to touch them, not to mention episode 9 when he does the impossible for almost all other romance main characters.
I've never been more lost in the maze that is your mind.
He can tell that something is wrong with his beloved, even when she tries to hide it, because the male main character knows her so well. What do you think how long lasted the love triangle with the male main character's childhood friend? From introducing the love rival and showing why she is so attached to the male main character, to her admitting defeat to the female main character, took 1 episode. Do you see how this anime really respects the audience's intelligence? It did not pretend even for a second that the childhood friend had a chance. Moreover, each obstacle is not to pad time, but to flesh out the main couple and strengthen their relationship. That is why the payoffs do not feel cheap. This anime also shows that true love can be grown and does not depend only on the whims of our hearts, because for them, it was hate from the first glance at the beginning. They were ready to even beat up each other. That is why it is so enjoyable to see how the female main character peels the male main character's layers one by one, and they get closer, grow the plants of love in their hearts by learning to appreciate each other until in episode 5. Only a few anime such as One Piece can go from being super serious and touching to being goofy in an instant without feeling jarring. Moreover, the contrast enhances each other, making funny moments funnier and serious parts hit more. It feels natural for the main characters to change depending on the situation, because they are multi-layered, usually do not have a straightforward response reaction. That is why I cannot nail the female main character to a concrete archetype. The closest thing is a tomboy, but it massively undersells the complexity of the character. On the one hand, the female main character can be brash and even use brute force to get her way. But on the other hand, other times she is very gentle and even swallows her pride for others' sake. In the same way, saying that the male main character is a sadist, or male version of Himidare, is another understatement. His sadistic tendencies are just a protective reaction because does not know better, so it is not an integral foundation of his personality. such as even at the beginning, we can see how much he cares to make own citizens' lives better. And although he is a king of the world, he is humble enough to take advice from his butler and other people he has deemed worthy. Also confronted with uncomfortable truths, he tends to reflect. Because everything can go either way, you can never be sure if even a fight will be a funny blowout or somebody will be in grave danger. If you are expecting JoJo-level fights or Demon Slayer animation, then the princess is in another castle. Instead, the action sometimes involves songs so beautiful that summon rain from my eyes and is more about the determination of people, how far they are ready to go for their beloved ones, so we can feel their love not just through words, but also actions during the darkest night. And believe me, it goes places, such as losing a dear person, and how it's caused trauma pushes to dark places, even to hurt other people, just to alleviate the never-ending pain, or how people can become heartlessly toxic, even if they have good intentions. By exploring such darkness, the anime shows so many deep ideas which can improve people's lives, such as how futile it is to try to fill a mental hole with material things, how sad that in such a situation, you can even be a king of the world, but still cannot enjoy life. And that path toward happiness is appreciating more what you have, even the little things, or that by being super stubborn and rigid, we will gain less than by being flexible and compromising during appropriate moments, that we need to lead by example instead of waiting for the other person to act first. If you have seen the anime, then in the comment section share what useful life lessons you have noticed. I really love how this anime masterfully juggles fan service, romance, comedy, action, deep ideas, and sadness. Also, if you wish to enjoy even more high-quality romance anime, then check out the pinned comment. And if you desire even more analysis, then enjoy this spicy video reviewing well-written off-brands or this video diving deeper into why Yor and Loid are a great couple.